Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabho Matamidam Tatra Adaraha na Paraha Aradhya Bhagavan Brajesha Tanayas. There's only one Bhagwan, and you have to do Aradhana of that Bhagwan. You should worship that Lord. Who is he? Brajesha Tanayas. He is Braja Isha Tanaya. Tanaya means son. Of whom? Braja Isha. Who is Braja Isha? The the king. Isha means king. King of Brajabhumi. Who is king of Brajabhumi? Nanda Baba. He is the son of Nanda Baba. Where is his abode? Tadhama Vrindavanam. Sri Vrindavanam is his abode. Who is worshipping him? Ramya Kachid Upasana Brajavadhu. Ramya Kachida Upasana Brajavadhu. They are the wives of others. They are wife of others. Brajavadhu. Vargena va kalpita. They are worshipped by the damsels of Brajadham. They are worshipped by the damsels of Brajadham. Then, and they are unsurpassable by any other devotee. Ramya Kachita Upasana Brajavadhu Vargena va kalpita. Nobody can compete them in devotion. They are the topmost of all the devotees. So three opinions has been given. One is worship Krishna, who is Vraja Isha Taneha. Second opinion, his dham is Vrindavan dham. Third is nobody can be greater than the gopis of Vrindavan. Fourth opinion, Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanam Amalam. This is the Pramana. And how it is? Amalam. There is no fault. Pramanam Amalam. And then the fifth opinion, Prema Pumartho Mahan. Prema Pumartho Mahan. That means the highest goal of life is to attain love of Krishna. There's no other purpose. Srimad Bhagavatam is unalloyed guidance for this purpose. So, how to approach Lord? Through Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam and Lord are non-different. So, to attain that love of Lord, one has to approach Srimad Bhagavatam, and this is the sum total opinion. Or you can say the cultural philosophy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is the sum and bonum, or the sum total opinion, or you can say the cultural opinion, cultural philosophy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So till now, how many we have discussed? We have discussed from Hari Bhakti Vilas, discussed from Padma Puran, Garuda Puran, Skanda Puran, Chaitanya Manjusha. Again, we'll take the recap of all the verses. I'll put this verse also in the group. So now, today, we are going to start with 17th verse, right? 17th verse. So till now, how many questions became? 3 questions. What is the thing? What was the first question? What is the thing which is the highest object, isn't it? Highest goal of life. And which is good for everyone. What is the thing which is the highest? And which is easily understandable also. Tatra tatra anjasa yushman bhavataya vinishram pumsam ekanta shreyas. What is the thing which is good for everyone? Tanna shanstam alvase. What is the ultimate goal? Or what is the ultimate goal of life which is going to be beneficial for everyone? Ultimate goal of life. Okay? The next question was what? What is the thing which is going to satisfy everyone? Bhrui bhadraya bhutanam yenatma su prasidati. Then third question. What is the purpose? Why Krishna has come in the womb of Devaki as a son of Vasudeva? What is the purpose? Now, that means they want to hear about Krishna. They are asking what is the thing which is going to be shreyas for everyone, which is good for everyone, which is going to satisfy everyone, which is good for everyone, which will satisfy everyone. Then they are asking about Krishna. Please tell us why Krishna has appeared in the womb of Devaki. Why they ask specifically about Krishna? Because they know Krishna is avatari. They did not ask why Vamana appeared in the womb of Aditi. They could have asked, no? Why they did not ask this? Why Rama appeared in the womb of Kaushalya? Why they did not ask this? Because they know avatari and avatar. Krishna is avatari. Krishna is a source of all the incarnation. So they want to know about this avatari. And the next question, what they are going to ask, the fourth question, that we want to know about that avatari. And immediately after that, they are going to ask, we want to know about that avatar, about all the avatars also. Every avatar is manifestation of Krishna only. And every avatar is going to give highest bliss to the devotees. So we want to know about every avatar also. Avatari also, avatar also. Avatari means the source of all incarnation. Avatar means Lord coming in different forms according to time, place, circumstances. In different forms. He appears. Utarna. Avatar means Utarna. So let us see the 17th. Tasya karmani darani parigitani suribhi bruhina shaddhananam leelaya dadatak kalaha. Tasya. Tasya refers to he, his. Karmani, his activities are completely transcendental. Why Prabhupada is writing transcendental acts? Because they should not be compared with our activities. Our karmani and Krishna's karmani has lot of difference. Krishna's activities are completely transcendental. How they are? Udarani, they are auspicious, magnanimous, Udarani. Here, magnanimous refers to his activities are beneficial for everyone. Udara. Udara means broad heart. Magnanimous heart. Compassionate heart. When you say udar, what udar? Udar means what? Is very compassionate. Generally, when a person donates, that time what you say? Arey, bahut udar hai. Udar pravritti ka vyakti. So udar means what? He is very magnanimous. His heart is very compassionate. When Lord appears and performs activities that has benefit even for the demons, then what to speak of the devotees? Parigitani suribihi. Suribihi refers to great souls. What they do? Parigitani, they always sing his glories. They are always singing Krishna's glories. Parigitani suribihi. Bruhina shadadanana. So you also tell us, Bruhi, please speak to us. How? Bruhi, you also speak to us. We are all ready. Naha means you speak to us. Shraddhadhanana, we are ready to accept it with great faith. To the extent a person has faith, to that extent it is received. Like to the extent the soil is soft, it is easy to pour water and the water penetrates in that soil. If the rock is hard, even though rains may fall, the rock cannot take the water. In the same way, if the heart is soft, then if the soil is soft, if the water penetrates, if the heart is soft because of Shraddha, this is the Shraddha which makes our heart soft. The more we have faith, the more it penetrates. What penetrates? The mercy of Krishna. Leelayaha dadatakkalaha. So please speak to us about his leelas, about his pastimes. Dadatakkalaha, in his various incarnations. In one place you can say Kala avatars also have been spoken. What are the Kala avatars? Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. The whole creation, maintenance, destruction happens because of his Kala avatars. Indirectly, in one place you can say it is mentioning about the Kala avatars. Also here, they want to know about Krishna, who appears in various incarnations. So we want to know about that avatari, how he appears, how many activities he does, what are all the activities he has done, why he has done these activities to benefit everyone. So we want to know about that ultimate incarnator, or you can say avatari of all incarnations. So karmani here also refers to killing of the demons. What activities he does? He kills the demons, isn't it? Why he does that? To protect the devotees, to fulfill the desires of the devotees. And also, Kalaha Dadata. Here refers to he supports the forms of all the avatars. That means he is avatari who is supporting the forms of other avatars, all the avatars. And in this way, Krishna is present at the same time, all the avatars are also present. When Krishna appears, actually all the avatars appear. They all appear along with Krishna. Krishna appears, he doesn't appear alone. He appears with all his manifestations. That means all the avatars appear. That is how Krishna is complete. Krishna is complete with all his avatars. But the completeness has been expressed. Dadataha kalaha. So in this way, Krishna performs various pastimes in different incarnations, and we want to know about him. So, Bhaktani Prabhu, please read.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji. Purport. The personality of Godhead is never inactive, as some less intelligent persons suggest. His works are magnificent and magnanimous. His creations, both material and spiritual, are all wonderful and contain all variegatedness. They are described nicely by such liberated souls as Srila Narada, Vyasa, Valmiki, Devala, Asita, Madhava, Sri Chaitanya, Ramanuja, Vishnu Swami, Nimbarika, Sridhara, Vishwanatha, Baladeva, Bhaktivinoda, Siddhanta Saraswati, and many other learned and self-realized souls. These creations, both material and spiritual, are full of opulence, beauty, and knowledge. But the spiritual realm is more magnificent due to its being full of knowledge, bliss, and eternity. The material creations are manifested for some time as perverted shadows of the spiritual kingdom and can be likened to cinemas. They attract people of less intelligent caliber who are attracted by false things. Such foolish men have no information of the reality, and they take it for granted that the false material manifestation is all in all, is the all in all. But more intelligent men, guided by sages like Vyasa and Narada, know that the eternal kingdom of the God is more delightful, larger, and eternally full of bliss and knowledge. Those who are not conversant with the activities of the Lord and his transcendental realm are sometimes favored by the Lord in his adventures as incarnations, wherein he displays the eternal bliss of his association in the transcendental realm. By such activities, he attracts the conditioned souls of the material world. Some of these conditioned souls are engaged in the false enjoyment of material senses, and others in simply negating their real life in the spiritual world. These less intelligent persons are known as karmis or figurative workers, and jnanis or dry mental speculators. But above these two classes of men is the transcendental known as Satvata, or the devotee who is busy neither with rampant material activity nor with the material speculation. He is engaged in the positive service of the Lord, and thereby he derives the highest spiritual benefit unknown to the karmis and jnanis. As the supreme controller of the both material and the spiritual worlds, the Lord has different incarnations of unlimited categories. Incarnations like Brahma, Rudra, Manu, Chitu, and Vyasa are his material qualitative incarnations. But his incarnations like Rama, Narsimha, Varaha, and Vamana are his transcendental incarnations. Lord Shri Krishna is the fountainhead of all incarnations, and he is therefore the cause of all causes. Hare Krishna Mata.
We have studied in Brahma Samhita also, Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadiradar Govinda Sarva Karana Karana. So he is the cause of all the causes. So this question is about Krishna. We want to know the activities of Krishna in different incarnations. So we want to know about that Krishna. We want to know Kala Avataras. In one place you can say about Kala Avataras also, in one place. But actually this verse is speaking about, we want to know about how Krishna is complete. He is whole, he is complete, he is absolute. He is the source of all incarnations, or he is a support for all the forms of avatars. Now fifth question is there in 18th verse. You mark all the verses where the questions are there. 9th has, then 11th has 9, 11. Then we have 12th verse. 9, 11, 12, then 17, 18. Okay. Now 18th verse. Hatha khyai harer dhiman avatar katha shubha leela vidatasvairam ishwarasyatma maya. Atha khyai harer dhiman. Atha khyai. Akhyai. Akhyana. Akhyai refers to describe. Ataha. Therefore. Now, what they asked first, his activities are magnanimous. He is very gracious. People have glorified him. Sages have glorified him. You please tell us. Therefore, please describe. His activities are glorious. So we please describe about that Hari. Hare, Hare, Dhiman. Oh, Dhiman. Oh, great sages. Dhi means one who has intelligence. Dhiman means one who has intelligence. Sagacious is written. Dhiman means one who has intelligence. So you all are intelligent. You are very intelligent sage. They are telling to Sutta Goswami. Please describe us about Hari. Harer Dhiman. Avatara Katha Shubha. Please describe about incarnations. So Bhagavatam contains about description about incarnations also. We want to know Kataha, the narrations about his incarnations. Shubha, they are very auspicious to hear. Then Leela Vidatah Sveram. Leela is adventures. Leela is activities performed. Vidadata. Vidadata. Sveram. That means the pastimes, his activities which are performed. Ishwarasyatma Maya. So how is he performing these activities? Why is he, how can he perform? Because he is a supreme controller. And how is he performing? Because of his personal Maya. That means because of by his personal energy, Krishna performs activities. Atma Maya. Atma Maya refers to by his personal energy, he performs activities in different incarnations. We want to know about that incarnations also. How he appears in different forms. Incarnations are nothing but Krishna putting mask. You put a mask of a lion, you look like a lion, isn't it? Putting different forms. Krishna appears in different forms. Krishna appears like a boar. Krishna appears like a fish. So in every incarnation, Krishna has appeared in different forms, and every leelas of incarnations are very auspicious to hear. So we want to know about those activities. So that has been given. Shubha. Here also word what is given? Shubha. Shubha means very auspicious. So in the previous verse also, what has been told? Udaraha. Krishna is very magnanimous. And we are hearing, we want to hear, and we are hearing with great faith. And these activities are very wonderful. And everybody is describing Krishna's activity. We want to know about Krishna, we want to know about his incarnations. Shubha means they are non-material. First thing. Shubha not only is auspicious, Shubha means they are not non-material. They are not material activities. They are completely transcendental activities. So Krishna performs pastimes in the present, which are actually eternal in nature by his Yogamaya potency. Krishna says, Yogamaya Samavrataha. I appear because of my Yogamaya. So they are eternal. That means these incarnations are also eternal. They are not just they have appeared and then they have vanished. No. Eternally, Krishna's avatars are eternally existing. Whenever, wherever required, Narsimha will appear. Whenever, wherever will require, Matsya will appear, Kurma will appear, Vamana will appear. Many incarnations are there. Multifarious incarnations are there. Wherever that type of circumstances is required, Krishna appears in that particular form. That means they are eternally existing. Rama is eternally existing. Saket, Dham is eternally existing. Saket, Ayodhya, they are eternally existing. So these activities are eternally present. They come, they manifest in the front of our eyes for our benefit. So wherever, that is why Leelas are not said in past. Any Leelas are not told in past tense. They are always told in the present tense. That means these Leelas are happening eternally. Maybe not in this planet, in some other planet is happening. And in eternal world, these activities are, these Leelas or these avatars are eternally present. It has been mentioned. That is why Shubha has been told. Shubha means they are non-material. They are eternally existing. And because of his own energy, Krishna makes it present in this material world. But when Krishna makes it present in the material world, activities are not material. Okay. Jakan Prabhu, please read.
Hare Krishna Madhya. For the creation, maintenance, and destruction of the material worlds, the Supreme Lord Personality of Godhead Himself appears in many thousands of forms of incarnations, and the specific adventures found in those transcendental forms are all auspicious. Both those who are present during such activities and those who hear the transcendental narrations of such activities are benefited. Hare Krishna.
So we want to hear. In both the places it will we want to hear, we want to hear. Now somebody can say, how much will you hear? Are you not tired? Are you not tired of hearing? Last year you did Bhakti Shastri class. Now Bhakti Vaibhava. Are you not tired? You want to hear more? Again morning class. Again you want to hear. Are you not tired, Jatan Prabhu? Now what is the shloka we should say? This is a shloka. 90th shloka. Vayam na vitrupyama uttama shloka vikrame yashnotam rasagyanam swadu swadu pade pade. Vayam na vitrupyama. Vayam we to na not vitrupyama. We don't want to take rest. In devotional service, actually devotional service is aram. That itself is aram. Ajaram. What can be aram if we don't do devotional service? Some may say, "Aaj mujhe aram karna hai." What is aram in the material world? The real aram is devotional service. So what has been told? Vayam na vitrupyama. We don't want this rest. We are not tired. At the same, what is the meaning? We are not tired. To hear about Uttama Shloka Vikrame. Vikrame means his activities, his adventures. We want to hear about his adventures. Even though Ram Leela must have been done so many times, but still when you do Ram Leela, again you would like to see that. Now, children were performing. We like to see again what is happening, what is going to happen. If Mantra says, is Kaikai going to speak this? And if she speaks, will Dashrata speak to Ram like that? And what will Ram say? Everybody knows the story. But when again it has been spoken, again when the same recitation goes, you like to hear it again and again. You're not tired. So Uttama Shloka, Krishna's name is Uttama Shloka, one who is glorified by the choicest of the choicest words, beautiful words. Or whatever words you use for Krishna, that words become the Uttama Shloka. Because Krishna is Uttama. Uttama means he's completely transcendental and supreme. So the words used for him also becomes supreme. So we want to hear about his glorifications. We want to know about his adventures, Vikrame, Trivikrame. Trivikrama is one of the name of Vamana. Because what activity he did? He kept 3 feet, isn't it? 3 places. 1 feet, ground, covered the whole thing. 1 feet up, covered the whole thing. 1 feet on the head of. Where to place? He wanted 3 paces of land. So 3 paces of his foot. So three times he placed. Now, that is why he's 3 Vikrama. Vikrama refers to his adventures. Yash Shrunotam Rasagyan. Just by hearing his activities, Shrunotam, continuously hearing, again hearing the same. Yash Shrunotam Rasa. Rasa means is completely full of rasa, humor. Or you can say rasa, mellows, jnanam. So it is completely full of rasa jnanam. Rasa jnanam is completely full of mellows. Swadu, swadu, pade, pade. Always we are relishing. We are relishing also, it is palatable also. Very tasty. Krishna's activities are very tasty. And when we are hearing, we don't feel tired. Same thing Parikshit Maharaj. Sukadeva Goswami asked Parikshit Maharaj, are you not going to drink any water? You don't want anything? You have not eaten anything, you have taken a vow that I'm not going to drink even a drop of water. I'm not tired. He said, no, you go on. I'm not feeling tired. Because when you are giving me Bhagavatam, actually I'm drinking that nectar. And that nectar is enough to satisfy you. That is enough. Swadu swadu. That means at every step, it is so palatable, it is so tasty, it is so relishing. At every step, pade pade. I don't need anything to quench my thirst. This is enough to quench my thirst. So vayam na vitrupyama. We are not tired. Vayam na means vayam means we. We are not tired. See how the English word has come from Sanskrit. Vayam, we. We are not tired. Vitrupyama. We are not tired. We are not tired to hear about Krishna. In fact, in every step, we are relishing, and it is so palatable, it is so tasty. We want to hear more and more. It has been described. Uttama shloka. That also means he whose fame or good qualities are the best. That is known as Uttama shloka. And he is praised by the best persons. Who praise him? Best persons, Shukdev, Goswami, Vyasa, they are all best persons. Narada is glorified by the best persons. And another one thing, we are not satisfied. We are not tired also refers to we are not satisfied. We want to hear more. When a person is satisfied, many persons says, oh, bas, bhi nahi khana, aur nahi khana. Either the stomach is full, or the food is not tasty, or somebody is not asking him. Then he says, somebody is not giving him with that love, or his stomach is full, then he says, okay, I don't want to eat, or it is not tasty. In these circumstances, he will say, I don't want it. But here, the food is very tasty. And also the sages are eager to give. There should be eagerness also. Somebody should say, or ek roti lo. If something is kept before you, and nobody is asking, like you are called in somebody's home, and nobody is asking, please take. Will you take it again? No. You'll just eat it and okay. Even if you are hungry, still you will not take because there is no agra. Somebody should do agra, no? Please take, please take. No, you should eat. The agra should be there. If you are not given that agra, then you will not eat. But the sages are always eager to give. Eagerness is there. And then it is tasty also. And then your stomach is not full. You want to eat more and more. So in the material world, if your stomach is full, you will not eat. If it is tasty, you will not eat. Or if somebody is not giving it with great interest, you will not eat. But here it is exactly opposite. The sages are always eager to give, and it is very tasty. Krishna's activities are so tasty. And then tasty means very, very wonderful to hear. And you're not satisfied. That means you want to hear more and more. You want to hear more and more. That is what has been given. So sages have not lost the taste. In fact, sages always develop the taste. The sages not only are developing the taste, they are also still dissatisfied. They also want to relish more and more. They give, they relish. They give, they relish. In this way, it has been given pade pade. So sages always appreciate rasa jnanam. Jnanam here refers to they always relish, they appreciate the rasa. The rasa means the juice. They are appreciating also. They are not satisfied also. The sages give also. They are not satisfied. They want to give more. The sages who are hearing, they are also want to hear more. Both the sides are sages. What is happening? What is happening here? What is happening? The whole scene is Krishna's activities are described. On the other hand, the sages are hearing. Sutta Goswami is sage, Shonakrishi is a sage. All the sages are assembled there. So satisfaction is there. Satisfaction is not there. Satisfaction is there in this material world, but satisfaction should never be there in the spiritual world. That means eagerness to have should be there. Like suppose somebody says, I am very much satisfied by my chanting. No, that means it is a stop. One should not be satisfied. One should be eager to take more and more. So there's a lot of difference in understanding this. when you say, I am not satisfied, what do you mean I am not satisfied? I'm not satisfied. Because you're not doing good. Teachers say, I'm not satisfied with your result. Parents say, I'm not satisfied with your result. That means he has not got good marks. That's why not satisfied. But here is it not this is not the same case. If you say I am not satisfied, that means it is not bad. It is so good that I want to have. Like mango juice, somebody gives you one glass mango juice, you say I'm not satisfied because you want more. In the same way, when you want something more, that time also you say I'm not satisfied. And something is distasteful, that time also you say I'm not satisfied. Actually, I'm not satisfied. There are two ways to say I'm not satisfied. I'm not satisfied because the taste is not good. I'm not satisfied because I want more. So here the meaning is, because Swadu Swadu Pade Pade has been told, here the meaning is, I am not satisfied or we are not satisfied. That means we want to hear more and more. It is so palatable, Swadu, and it is so relishable, Swadu. That is why 2 times Swadu has been told. Swadu, Swadu, Swada. Swadu means Swadu. Iska Swad kaisa hai? It is so tasty. It is so relishable. It has been spoken. Okay. Khanna Prabhu, read.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam. There is a great difference between mundane stories, fiction, or history, and the transcendental pastimes of the Lord. The histories of the whole universe contain references to the pastimes of the incarnations of the Lord. The Ramayana, the Mahabharata, and the Puranas are histories of bygone ages recorded in connection with the pastimes of the incarnations of the Lord, and therefore remain fresh even after repeated readings. For example, anyone may read Bhagavad Gita or the Srimad Bhagavatam repeatedly throughout his whole life and yet find in them new light of information. Mundane news is static, whereas transcendental news is dynamic. Inasmuch as the spirit is dynamic, the matter is static. Those who have developed a taste for understanding the transcendental subject matter are never tired of hearing such narrations. One is quickly satiated by mundane activities, but no one is satiated by transcendental or devotional activities. Uttama Shloka indicates that literature which is not meant for nescience, mundane literature, is in the mode of darkness or ignorance, whereas transcendental literature is quite different. Transcendental literature is above the mode of darkness and its light becomes more luminous with progressive reading and realization of the transcendental subject matter. The so-called liberated persons are never satisfied by the repetition of the words Aham Brahmasmi. Such artificial realization of Brahman becomes hackneyed, and so to relish real pleasure, they turn to the narrations of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Those who are not so fortunate turn to altruism and worldly philanthropy. This means that the Mayavadi philosophy is mundane, whereas the philosophy of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam is transcendental.
Okay. So here one line Prabhupada says, one is quickly satiated by mundane activities. They are just satisfied. Enough. You don't need more. But no one is satisfied by transcendental or devotional activities. That means he wants to do more. No one is satisfied here refers to he wants to do more. Now let us see in the 20th verse where Lord appears along with Balaram. Why he appears? To cheat non-devotees, but to give pleasure to the devotees. How they are cheating? They are cheating as if the people think that they have come in a human form. Namam Dushkritano, no, sorry. What is that word? One verse is there? Immediately I'm not able to get it. Mudoyam abhijanati. Mudoyam abhijanati. They will never understand me. Mudhas. Mudhas, when I appear in Manusham, when I appear in the Manusha form or a human form, I actually cheat them. Krishna says, I come to cheat them. They think that I am a human. Actually, I perform divine activities, superhuman activities. But they think that I am a human. So that is what Krishna says. कृतवान् किल कर्माणि सह रामेण केशव अतिमर्त्यानि भगवान् गूढः कपटमानुषः. Kapata. Kapata means cheating. Kapata, cheating. I have. So Kritvan Kila Karmani. I do activities along with Saha Ramena, along with Balaram. I appear along with Balaram. Keshava appears with Balaram. Ati Martyani. They are all superhuman activities. Bhagavan himself appears. Gudha. He appears. Gudha means masked. He appears like Manusha, like a human. So that has been true. So somebody may say, "Oh, Krishna is a human. How can he be a human? His actions of lifting Govardhan, is it human activity? It surpasses all the human activities. If suppose somebody says himself God, we should just ask him, can you lift a Govardhan which is made up of thermocol? And just thermocol Govardhan, at least can you lift for 7 days and stand? So these activities are so impossible for others. It is said Krishna's activities are beyond human, ati martyani, and also very hidden, gudha, very hidden activities. Kapata means, gudha means hidden. Why you hide something? Because you want to cheat somebody. Kapata also means you want to cheat somebody. Whom he wants to cheat? He wants to cheat materialistic people like Jarasan. By disguising himself as a Brahmana to make a request. So he appears like this. He sometimes cheats the demonic people or materialistic people. And sometimes he is also cheating spiritual devotees like gopis. He cheats them also, na? Like he played the flute and the gopis came. When the gopis came, he is speaking about the proper conduct. No, in the night time you should not come, it is not good. And then you only called, huh? You called, that is why we came, the gopis say. And Krishna is giving a big philosophy. In the night, the ladies should not travel, they should not come out of the houses. You're just speaking about the proper conduct. But why Krishna did this? In order to increase the prema. That was actually the manifestation of prema. So Krishna can cheat two type of people. Krishna cheats materialistic people. Krishna cheats the spiritual people also. Krishna bewilders the devotees. Bewilders the devotees. Bewilders the demons also. When Krishna is bewildering the devotees, that is to increase the prema. When Krishna is bewildering the demons, that is to put them in further illusion. Because they are so much ignorant. Material ignorance. To increase their material ignorance, Krishna cheats. So, kapata manusha. Sometimes gopis praise to Krishna. You know, Krishna, you are so immoral. See Rama. Rama is so wonderful. Then Krishna gives a smile. What is this? I am only Rama. And what is, you are speaking about Rama? Don't talk. Rama is so sincere. You are a cheater. In this way, to increase that prema, Krishna puts them in illusion. So that is what is told here. Gudaha kapata manusha. So Krishna appears as a human. Manusha kapata. In this way, the materialistic men are completely put in illusion. Raksha Mataji, read the purport.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yes, Mataji. The doctrines of anthropomorphism and zoomorphism are never applicable to Sri Krishna or the personality of Godhead. The theory that the man becomes God by dint of penance and austerities is very much rampant nowadays, especially in India. Since Lord Ram, Lord Krishna, and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were detected by the sages and saints to be the personality of Godhead as indicated in revealed scriptures. Many unscripturous men have created their own incarnations. This process of concocting an incarnation of God has become an ordinary business. especially in Bengal. Any popular personality with a few traits of mystic power will display some feat of jugglery and easily become an incarnation of Godhead by popular vote. Lord Sri Krishna was not that type of incarnation. He was actually the personality of Godhead from the very beginning of his appearance. He appeared before his so-called mother as four-armed Vishnu. Then, at the request of the mother, he became like a human child and at once left her for another devotee at Gokula, where he was accepted as the son of Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Mata. Similarly, Sri Baldeva and the counterpart of Lord Sri Krishna was also considered a human child born of another wife of Sri Vasudeva. In Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says that his birth and deeds are transcendental and that anyone who is so fortunate as to know the transcendental nature of his birth and deeds will at once become liberated and eligible to return to the kingdom of God. So, knowledge of the transcendental nature of the birth and deeds of Lord Sri Krishna is sufficient for liberation. In the Bhagavatam, the transcendental nature of the Lord is described in 9 cantos, and in the 10th canto, his specific pastimes are taken up. All this becomes known as one's reading of this literature progresses. It is important to note here, however, that the Lord exhibited his divinity even from the lap of his mother, that his deeds are all superhuman. He lifted Govardhan Hills at the age of 7, and that all this act definitely proved him to be actually the supreme personality of Godhead. Yet, due to his mystic covering, he was always accepted as an ordinary human child by his so-called father and mother and other relatives. Whenever some Herculean task was performed by him, the father and mother took it otherwise, and they remained satisfied with unflinching parental love for their son. As such, the sages of Naimisharanya describe him as apparently resembling a human being, but actually he is a supreme almighty personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna Mataji.
So Krishna is asked to show the mouth. Hey, open the mouth. You've eaten mud. Krishna opens the mouth. The whole Brahmanda is seen in the mouth. So even though the whole Brahmanda is seen by Yashoda, still Krishna covers the eyes with his Yogamaya potency. So she thinks that, oh, maybe this is the work of some negative power. Somebody has haunted my child. Immediately drishti and all things go on. So Krishna performs a very, very unusual activities. You can say Herculean activities, which ordinary man cannot perform. Shaktasura. Krishna killed Shaktasura by just touch of his lotus feet. And when the same thing were told by the children who were all playing nearby to Yashoda Mata, she could not believe. She said, no way. Demon came, it is my Narayana who saved. Or maybe you can say because of our all pious activities, our child is saved. Then immediately all Swasti Vachan and then giving bath to Krishna with Gobar and Gomutra and all these things. That is what Krishna wants to relish with Brajavasis. So he appears like an ordinary child, but he's performing great and wonderful activities which no human child can perform. So we want to hear. We all have assembled to hear. And we know now Kali Yuga is coming. Kalimmagadam agyaya kshetresmin vaishnave vayam asina dirghasatrena kathayam sakshana hare. Sutta Goswami can say, you are all doing ritualistic activities. Huh? Why suddenly you want to hear about Krishna? I think that was a show off. Shaunakadi Rishi and all say that was a show off actually. Our real interest is we want to hear about Krishna and Kali Yuga is coming. Kali Magatam Agyaya. Kali Magatam Agyaya. It has come. Agyaya refers to it has already come. Kali Yuga has arrived. Kali Agatam Agyaya. You should know this. Kali Yuga is coming. It has come. Kshetresmin Vaishnave Vayam. We have all assembled in this Kshetra. This kshetra is meant for the devotees of the Lord. Asina dirgha satrena. We have been sitting here. And what you all were doing? We were doing ritualistic activities, sacrifices. Yes, we were doing that, but that was only a show up. We were waiting for the right moment to hear about Krishna. Asina dirgha satrena. We were sitting here. Vayam means we were sitting here. Asina. Dirgha means for prolonged time. Satrena. And what we were doing? We were performing sacrifices. But internally, what we wanted to hear, Kathayam, Sakshana, Hare, Kathayam. We want to hear about Lord. Sakshana. Whatever time we have got, whatever now balance time we have, till now actually we were only passing the time. We heard so many, we were just performing some rituals. Asina dirgha satrena. We have been sitting here for a long time. And whatever time we have in our disposal, just please teach about Krishna or tell about Krishna's activities. So that has been glorified here. So we said we were only doing a show off of an activity. But actually, even though we were absorbed in ritualistic activities, our enthusiasm to hear about Krishna is always there. And now we have seen you, we have got you, then our enthusiasm has doubled. Okay, Angel, read. Angel is there.
Mataji, Angel is just wound up the kitchen, so she will be available in
Kitchen?
10
Kitchen?
kitchen.
Okay. Vrindavan Leela Mataji, read.
Hare
Bhavatam
Krishna
from
Mataji.
kitchen.
Dandat Pradam from Mataji. I was a little late in joining. Can you just mention the text?
21st verse.
Yes, Mataji. This age of Kali is not at all suitable for self-realization, as was Satyuga, the golden age, or Treta or Dwapar Yugas, the silver and copper ages. For self-realization, the people in Satyuga, living a lifetime of 100,000 years, were able to perform prolonged meditation. And in Treta Yuga, when the duration of life was 10,000 years, self-realization was attained by performance of great sacrifice. And in the Dwapar Yuga, when the duration of life was 1,000 years, self-realization was attained by worship of the Lord. But in the Kali Yuga, the maximum duration of life being 100 years only, and that combined with various difficulties, the recommended process of self-realization is that of hearing and chanting of the holy name, fame, and pastimes of the Lord. The sages of Naimisharanya began this process in a place meant specifically for the devotees of the Lord. They prepared themselves to hear the pastimes of the Lord over a period of 1,000 years. By the example of these sages, one should learn that regular hearing and recitation of the Bhagavatam is the only way for self-realization. Other attempts are simply a waste of time, for they do not give any tangible results. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu preached this system of Bhagavad Dharma, and he recommended that all those who were born in India should take the responsibility of broadcasting the messages of Lord Sri Krishna, primarily the message of Bhagavad Gita. And when one is well established in the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, he can take up the study of Srimad Bhagavatam for further enlightenment in self-realization. Hare Krishna Mataji.
So this is a message given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And this is a message given by Krishna also, that one has to take Bhagavatam. Lord has appeared in the form of Bhagavatam. Okay. Next verse. Tvam na darshan swam na sandarshito dhatra dustaram nisthirshataam kalim sattvaharam pumsam karnadhari varnavam. Karnadhara, you are our captain. Karnadhara. Tvam, yourself. Vayam, ourselves. Tvam, yourself. Tvam na sandarshito dhatraha. Nah here refers to us. Sandarshitaha, you have met us. This meeting is a will of providence. Dhat. Tvam na sandarshito dhatra. Dhatra refers to by the will of providence we are met here. It is not that Sutta Goswami came to know that here all sages are waiting. We came. That means it was desire of Krishna to send Sutta Goswami to Naimisharanya, where the sages Shaunakadi Rishi, they're waiting for 1,000 years. Though artificially or superficially, they were all engrossed in the ritualistic sacrificial activities, but actually their interest was to hear about Krishna. So they are saying, Dvamna Sandarshito, you have met us. Our meeting, Sandarshitaha, our meeting, Dhatra. This is all because of the will of providence, because of Krishna's mercy. Dustaram Nistitirshatam. Dustaram, which is very difficult to cross. Nistitirshatam, we want to cross over this material world or this age of Kali is very difficult to cross. Very difficult to cross this age of Kali. Dustaram Nistitirshatam. Kalim, here Dustaram Nistitirshatam also refers to this material world is very difficult to cross. To come out of the birth and death cycle is not so easy. To come out of the pasha, karma pasha, is not so easy. Dustaram Nistitirshatam. Dustaram is difficult. Nistitirshatam means those who are desiring to cross. It is not so easy. Kalim Sattva Haram Pumsam. Pumsam means human. Kalim Sattva Haram. What is the work of Kali? To remove all the goodness. That is the work of Kali. So the devotees should catch hold of Bhagavad. Gadadhar Pandit, when he used to read Bhagavatam, used to cry. The pages used to be completely wet because of Bhagavatam. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said this is the perfection of it. In Tota Gopinath temple, Gadadhar Pandit used to read Bhagavatam like this. So that is why Krishna sat down there. That's the only temple where Krishna sits. So that is why the devotees should catch hold of Bhagavatam, because it's only Bhagavatam which will keep the goodness in the heart of the devotees. Because nature of Kali is to remove the goodness. Kalim Sattva Haram Pumsam. This is the nature of the Kali. This is the dosha of the Kali. But you are there. That is why we can climb this boat. Karnadhara. You are our captain. Karnadhara. You are Navam. Karnadhara, you are Navam. So you have met us. You are the captain of the ship. For those who are desiring to cross this material world, material ocean, or very difficult actions of this Kali. Because this Kali Yuga has the doshas of removing all the good qualities. Even if a person is good, the Kali Yuga will remove all the good qualities. But you as a captain will again instill all wonderful qualities, because you are the pilot of the ship, and you will see that you make us cross this ocean, this insurmountable ocean. That means it is very difficult to cross. Mohit Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji. The age of Kali is very dangerous for the human being. Human life is simply meant for self-realization. But due to this dangerous age, men have completely forgotten the aim of life. In this age, the lifespan will gradually decrease. People will gradually lose their memory, finer sentiments, strength, and better qualities. A list of the anomalies for this age is given in the 12th canto of this work. And so this age is very difficult for those who want to utilize this life for self-realization. People are so busy with sense gratification that they completely forget about self-realization. Out of madness, they frankly say that there is no need for self-realization because they do not realize that this brief life is but a moment on our great journey towards self-realization. The whole system of education is geared to sense gratification, and if a learned man thinks it over, he sees that the children of this age are being intentionally sent to the slaughterhouses of so-called education. Learned men, therefore, must be cautious of this dangerous age, and if they at all want to cross over the dangerous ocean of Kali, they must follow the footsteps of the sages of Naimisharanya and accept Sri Sutta Goswami or his bona fide representative as the captain of the ship. The ship is the message of Lord Shri Krishna in the shape of Bhagavad Gita or the Srimad Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Very clearly, Prabhupada says slaughterhouses of so-called education. Now, what we are teaching children in the school, we are teaching all nonsense. That's why Prabhupada used to say, make your own school. Make the school which teaches Shastras. The RGHS is a step towards fulfilling the desire of Srila Prabhupada. Radhagyadari homeschool. We say no, children should go to the school. What to learn? What? To learn all nonsensical things. But still the craze is there, school, till that they don't go to school, we don't have satisfaction. Yes, we don't have satisfaction till they are completely removed of all the intelligence. Isn't it? You should say that. Though they may be materially very educated, but spiritually they are behind. What is it? So it is material education is only spoiling the value of their life. We think, oh, he's an engineer, he's a doctor. But what is his spiritual value? It's only spoiling the spiritual values. So Prabhupada says this age is like that. There's only competition. And parents compete with each other, children compete with each other. They just see each other and they think that, okay, material education is going to give me everything. If I earn this much, then only I can be happy. Happiness is not dependent upon our earning. It's all our karmas. Even if a person is earning so much, he need not be happy. So Kali Yuga is meant to remove intelligence of a person. And you see how the things are coming. First we had at least our Gurukul, but that also is now deteriorating. What happened? Because of British education, everybody became Shudras practically. Because all are thinking about job. Let me go to job. If I don't have job, what will happen? So land was completely snatched. So much land reform action now was perfect. And the acts were made. So all these things are nothing but another form of Kali Yuga. So at least Srila Prabhupada has saved us by giving us Bhagavatam. At least we can understand that there is a fault. Though we may all be in a faulty administration, but at least we know we are there in the faulty administrations of the so-called government, so-called modern educations. So even understanding there is a fault, that is also important. If a person says there is no fault, then he is more in illusion. So now here 23rd verse. Krishna has gone to his abode. Okay. Then where is Dharma and Jnana found? Where did they take shelter? Bruhi Yogeshwari Krishna Brahmanye Dharmavarmani Swam Kashta Madhunopete Dharmakam Sharanam Gataha. Where did Dharma take shelter? Bruhi, please tell us. Bruhi Yogeshwari. There's a lot of all mystic powers, Yogeshwara, Krishna, Yogeshwara. Yogeshwara Krishna, Brahmanye Dharmavarmani. He is Brahmanye, he is absolute truth. Dharmavarmani is a protector of Dharma. So if he has gone to his own abode, Swam Kashta, Aduno Pete Adunaha. Nowadays, if he has gone away, nowadays, where is the Dharma? Dharma kam Sharanam Gata. Where has Dharma taken shelter? If he has gone, he is a protector of Dharma. So he has gone to his abode. Then where has the Dharma taken shelter of? So Dharma Varmani, protector of Dharma. He is acting with the armor of Dharma. That has also been spread. Yogeshwar, he is the master of all the yogis. What is the meaning of master of all the yogis? Krishna has all the powers. Yogis derive power from Krishna only. Brahmanye. Brahmanye refers to his merciful nature. Brahmanye, it also refers to his merciful nature. He is devoted to the righteous. That means he is devoted to the devotees. He is very merciful to the devotees. So where will we find his mercy? If he goes to his abode, he is Brahmanye. He is a protector of Brahmana. Brahmana here refers to the devotees. He is a protector of the righteous. Now who is going to protect the devotees? It's Bhagavatam which is going to protect the devotees. Answer is going to come. And where will we find all the power of Krishna? Yogeshwari. You see why Krishna is addressed as Yogeshwari. Why Krishna is addressed as Brahmanye. Bruhi, Yogeshwari, Krishna. We want to know. Bruhi, Krishna, they could have told, na? Bruhi, Yogeshwari, Krishna, Brahmanye, Dharmavarmani. Why all these things has been spoken? It is linking. Yogeshwari. Where will we find all the power? From where are we going to derive the power? Where are we going to get the mercy? His merciful nature is Brahmanya. He has gone to his abode. Swam, Kashtam also refers to his own sthiti or his own abode. There is another meaning of Kashta, which also refers to his own excellence, his own direction. And then righteous people, that means the devotees, where will they take shelter? Because dharma varmani, he is protector of the dharma, he is protector of the righteous. Where will they take shelter? Which is that abode where the devotees can take shelter? He has gone to his abode, that means he has gone to his sthiti. Then where will the devotees take shelter? Where will they derive the power? Where will they derive the mercy? That is the question asked. He is a master of yogic mystic powers. He has departed to his own abode. Please tell us to whom these religious principles have now gone for shelter. Indirectly, where will the devotees take shelter? From where they are going to derive power? From where they are going to derive the mercy? That is how Bhagavatam is glorified. This last question is nothing but glorification of Bhagavatam. Krishna Sudamo Bhagate Dharma Jnana Divisa Kalam Nashtadrishamesham Puranarko Adinodita. This is answer for it. He has come in the form of Purana, Bhagavat Purana, which has appeared as Arka. Arka means sun. So indirectly, the questions itself is an answer. The question is indicating the answer. That is, Bhagavatam Puranam has been glorified. Gadi Mataji, please read.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Essentially, religion is the prescribed codes uncommunicated by the personality of Godhead himself. Whenever there is a gross misuse of neglect of the principles of religion, the Supreme Lord appears himself to restore religious principles. This is stated in Bhagavad Gita. Here, the sages of Naimisharanya are inquiring about these principles. The reply to this question is given later. The Srimad Bhagavatam is the transcendental sound representation of the personality of Godhead, and thus it is the full representation of the transcendental knowledge and the religious principles. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purpose of the first canto, first chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Questions by the Sages. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
9th verse, 11th verse, 12th verse, 17th verse, 18th verse, and 23rd verse. Six questions of the sages of Naimisharanya becomes the basis for the Bhagavatam. Further questions are also going to be asked. Many questions will be there, but these questions are the basis. And in second chapter, we'll find, third chapter, we'll find the answers for this. Okay, any questions? So we have completed the first chapter. So we're going to memorize all the first chapter verses. Though it is not there for examination, all the verses, but it is going to nourish. Bhagavatam verses are very beautiful verses. It should be your swadhyaya. Like when you are keeping the flowers and you are arranging the flowers for Lord, arranging the plate for Lord. At the time, what you should think? Think of only Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Janmadesa. You should just chant the verses. Then no thoughts will come. Or many thoughts, many thoughts come. So try to memorize the verses. I think Jagtan Prabhu has memorized many shlokas. Now you memorize or you are seeing and reading? At least you can see and read. Seeing and reading or memorized?
Seeing and reading, Mataji.
Now you should start memorizing.
Yes, Mataji.
Memorizing the verses. Bring Naini here.
Mataji, whatever shloka you did memorize, I try to memorize, Mataji.
Very good, wonderful. So you have memorized the first. Try to
Yes,
memorize.
Mataji. Yes, Mataji, all three.
Yes, yes. So any questions in this?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat.
Yeah.
Mataji, that purport of text 18,
Huh?
both those who are present during such
Purport
purport of text 18,
Purport of
Krishna
what?
number, text 18,
Text 18.
text 8, yeah.
Uh,
Last line, both those who are present during such activities and those who hear the transcendental narrations of such activities are benefited. But when we are here, question is, but when we are hearing the transcendental narrations, we are also present in the activities also, na Mataji?
allowing me to. Please tell the question again. Let us hear the question.
Purport to text 18, last line, last sentence. Those who are present during such activities, that means these pastimes, and those who hear the transcendental pastimes are benefited. So my question is that when you are hearing the transcendental pastimes, we are also present in those pastimes. No?
Yeah, your consciousness should be like that. When you are hearing, it is as good as you are present in the pastimes. And one is when the pastimes are happening, at that time you are present. And when you are hearing, the consciousness should be that you are present. That is why when you tell story to the children, they are like they imagine themselves in the past time.
They become a part
Like
of
Kulashekar Alvar, when Ramayana used to be told to Kulashekar Alvar, Kulashekar Alvar used to take all the armies. Chalo, come, we will protect Rama. Now Ramayana has happened. Ram's story is going on. But then still Kulashekar Alvar thinks, oh no, I should go and protect Rama. He doesn't have an army. What is this? All monkeys and squirrels and all that. So he takes the army, let us protect Rama. So that consciousness should be there. The deep consciousness, yes. That is also will of Krishna only. It is not artificial. It's will of Krishna. To be in the Leela.
Mataji, you said that. Mataji, you said that Krishna cheats both material people and spiritual people. So you said that Krishna cheats both material and spiritual. Then you said that he bewilders the devotees. Why? To increase Krishna prema. And then you also said that he bewilders the demons. Why? To put them in illusion. So my question is that when he is treating the demons to put them in illusion, does not that illusion lead to increase in Krishna prema? Or does it lead to increase in
does not what? When he bewilders the demons?
You said that he puts them in illusion. So that is all right. So my question is that when he is bewildering the demons to put them in illusion, does that not lead to increase in Krishna prema?
How can it increase? They are envious to Krishna, na? Demons means those who are envious with Krishna. So then, how will Krishna prema increase? How further fall down?
I'm asking.
Matirna Krishna Paratasatova. What will happen? You'll only fall down. If your mati is not Krishna, even though there may be very good people to advise, you will not hear. So when he is bewildering the demons, he just wants them to fall down more, further and further. Why? Because it is their interest. They want to fall down. It's not Krishna wants them to fall down. They don't want to surrender to Krishna. They don't love Krishna. They don't love the devotees of Krishna. So Krishna says, okay, go to the most abominable planets. So it is up to our desire. If we want to love Krishna, then Krishna gives all the way. If we want to increase the prema, Krishna bewilders even the devotees also. But that is just to increase the prema.
Yeah. And the last
like Brahmaji. Brahmaji was completely put in illusion. But that increased his prema. Na? That is why he appeared as a Haridas Thakur. He increased his prema. He bewildered him also. Muyanti yata surya. That is what the first words it came. Muyanti yat surya. He bewilders even the demigods. He puts them in illusion. But that is to show his opulence. Sometimes he will bewilder the demigods to show his opulence. He bewilders the gopis to increase prema. Even Balram also does the same thing. Both appear as human and bewilder everyone. Now, what is the purpose? That is.
Yeah, that will do. Last question is that Krishna, you said last minute, Krishna goes to his abode, and then you quoted that verse 1343 ka Krishna Swadam Upagade and all that. Purana, you said about Krishna, that Bhagavatam appearing as son. So my question is that Krishna appeared, and then when Krishna disappeared, he took Dharma and Gyan with him. The question is that before Krishna's appearance, before Krishna's primary appearance, what was the situation of Dharma and Gyan?
Krishna's avatars
Krishna
are there.
came, he took Dharma Gyan.
Krishna's avatars are there. Different avatars Krishna appear. Different ages Krishna appear.
Okay.
So now your question is, now in this millennium, this is all happening in this millennium. For us, it is time, but for Krishna, it is every time is his time. It is nothing that this time, past, present, before what happened. Krishna is always present. Now, in this millennium, when Krishna has appeared, now Krishna disappears. Where will we find Dharma taking shelter? Or where will the devotees take shelter? This is for this millennium, for this Kali Yuga they are asking. They have not mentioned in the previous yugas what happened. Previous yugas, Krishna is present only, na? Sometimes in the form, in his personal form, sometimes in his avatara form. Now immediately they are asking, now Krishna has gone to his abode. Where will devotees get the mercy? Where will they derive the power? Where will they take shelter of? That is their question. Kali Magatam Agyaya. They are saying, na, Kali Yuga has come. They are talking all these things for the benefit of Kali Yuga people. Simple. For this millennium, for the benefit of Kali Yuga people, Bhagavatam has come. Bhagavatam has appeared. Then you will say, before Bhagavatam was not there or what? Bhagavatam is nothing but glorification of Krishna. Before also Bhagavatam appeared only. Bhagavatam is always present. But in this Kali Yuga, it is, okay, Vedas were given. In every Yuga, Vedas were given only. It's not that Vedas came now only. Vyasa has given Vedas that time also. Vedas are emanating from the mouth of Krishna. Vedas were put into writing for the Kali Yuga people. So Kali Yuga is only in this millennium. In the previous millennium also Kali Yuga was there. So that time what happened? So that time, I don't know what happened. Same thing would have happened. Isn't it? If you ask me what happened in that
Thank you,
millennium.
Hare Krishna.
Huh?
I don't know. That something must be there. Some connection.
Everything is same. Everything is same. The cups change. The faluda is the same. Sweetness is the same. The cups change. The circumstances change little bit here and there. Ramayana existed before. Jamvan knew Ramayana before only. Before even Rama's appearance, Jamvan was knowing Ramayana. How he was knowing? That means it is present. Eternally it is present. Krishna's Leelas are eternally present, and the highest Bhagavad, biggest volume of Bhagavatam is with Yamaraj. So Bhagavatam is eternally present. It appears. Bhagavatam also appears. Bhagavatam is a person.
What do you mean by saying biggest volume of Bhagavatam is with Yamaraj? Means there is more than those 18,000 verses? That way biggest? Said biggest volume of Bhagavatam is with Yamaraj. So that means there is a bigger Bhagavatam there is also?
Yeah, he has the
Said
biggest
that means it
Bhagavatam.
has to be true.
Yeah, more than 18,000 verses. When you say, when you say biggest Bhagavatam, that means many more Leelas are included. It's not pages. It is not just verses. Many more Leelas are included. There are so many Leelas happening in so many different places. Some are put, some are yet to put, some have been put. Okay.
माता जी, आपके माउथ से जो वर्ड्स निकलते हैं एक्सटम्पोर, there has to be some meaning, you know. It makes us think a lot, because what you say, there has to be some connection somewhere. Hare Krishna.
I don't know, whatever possible, and giving answer. Okay. Vrindavan Lila Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Mataji, this like when Prabhuji asked, Sachdev Prabhuji asked the question like where Dharma has taken shelter. I was just thinking like my own stupid thinking, I'm just sharing. I was under the impression that when the sages are asking this particular question, since it has taken place like in Kali Yuga only, so in this age only, the protection of Dharma becomes more of concern, because in the previous ages, first age
In
is
Kali Yuga, Sattva Haram Pumsam.
yes,
It is
like
Sattva which establishes Dharma.
yes, like in the previous ages in Satyuga, it's not a matter of concern. Like it's kind of age of
There
Krita.
also it is there, but there are different means for it.
Yeah, yeah. But like we have no Mataji, like 4 legs of Dharma. So here, there it's more or less protected. Then 1 leg is gone. It's only in Kali Yuga that it's left, it's standing only on 1 leg. So it's more a matter of concern in Kali Yuga. So naturally, they are more concerned about Kali Yuga. So as like as Prabhuji was asking, so now this question is more connected to this particular age. So they are more concerned and they are asking where will Dharma find its protection. I was just thinking maybe it is connected to that. You can throw more light on my
Yes,
understanding.
same thing. Well, that is why they are mentioning na Kalim Sattva Haram Pumsam. Why did they mention this?
Yes.
Kali Yuga is coming for the benefit. Please tell, where will the righteous people take shelter? Simple. When we say Dharma kam sharanam gataha, here Dharma means where will the people who have this religious attitude or Sattva Guna, where will they take shelter? If Kali takes all the Sattva Guna, those who are having some Sattva Guna, where will they take, or where will their Sattva Guna nurture? If Kali takes Sattva Guna, then the person's Dharma or Sattva Guna, where will that get nourishment? The nourishment is from Bhagavad. That is why Yogeshware, Brahmanye, these 2 words have been given. Where will they derive power? Where will they derive energy? Where will be they taken care of? The Bhagavatam takes care of the devotees.
Actually, you gave a beautiful meaning of Yogeshwara. I was thinking something else. I was thinking since it's talking about departure of Krishna or the disappearance of Krishna. So by the usage of word Yogeshwara, it actually establishes his supremacy. So it's not that he's departing like any other living
No, he's not
entity.
departing. It is not mentioning. But Krishna never departs. Krishna is always present.
Yes, yes. So that
Where
way,
will
like
devotees take shelter? He seems to be not physically present before us, but he's there.
Yeah, that is true. So I thought that is to this word usage of word Yogeshwara is meant to establish that fact that he is not like an ordinary person. He is a supreme person. He may not be visible in front of us, but he is the master and lord of all mystic powers. So though he is not there, but still he is there.
Yeah.
So like that he will prove. I don't know, but you gave such a beautiful other side of the word also. It's really nice. Thank you so much.
Radhi Mataji, you had some doubt?
Prakat Leela, Prakat Leela.
Huh? Rajini.
I said Prakat Leela and Aprakat.
Voice is not heard. Who is speaking?
Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah.
Mataji, my question is, by reading Srila Prabhupada books, we come to know that Srimad Bhagavatam is non-different than Krishna. But how to build that faith? Like, means since we have Srimad Bhagavatam and it's not different than Krishna, then how to build that faith and have like,
By taking shelter of Bhakta Bhagavat.
Okay.
Grantha Bhagavat, Bhakta Bhagavat. If Bhakta Bhagavat you serve, automatically faith in Grantha Bhagavat will be attained.
Yeah, that's why we are taking shelter of you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Gandhi Mataji, you have any doubt?
Yes, Mataji, I was thinking like you were talking about in Kali Yuga we have adharma here. But was there no adharma in the previous yugas? Was totally with like I'm not able to express.
If adharma will not have been there, then how demons were there?
That's what I was wondering. Then adharma was there even that time.
Yeah, that time also it is there.
Then how they used to take shelter? Then this question arises now. Was there this question?
Everywhere also, na? Granthas are always present. Na? Scriptures are always there.
Okay.
Scriptures are always present. Scriptures has not just emanated. They are always there. Parashar Muni was there in the previous millennium as Vyasa. So scriptures are eternal. Vedas are eternal. It is not Vedas has come into being just by Veda Vyasa. They have been put into writing. From the eternal age, Vedas are there. Krishna has emanated Vedas by his breath. Just by his breath, Vedas have emanated.
Right.
Ramayana is not just present now, it is eternally present. So scriptures are eternally there. So for that time, that scriptures will be there. But every scripture glorifies Krishna only. So there is no much difference. So the glorification of Krishna is there in every ages. People at least they were knowing that they should do this marga. At least they were at least concerned about their self-realization. But Kali Yuga people are stupid people. They don't know. That is why it was put into writing. Because that is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu seeing the pathetic condition of Kali Yuga people, they know they are suffering, but still they want to suffer. They don't want to know the cure of the suffering. At least in other ages, they were knowing what is the cure, what is the remedy. See, one is to know that I am suffering. So somebody doesn't want to know that he's suffering. Somebody at least likes to know that he's suffering. And there is an intelligent people who will ask the cure for the suffering. But then he should go and take it also.
That's right.
Other ages also adharma was there. This age also it is there. But Kali Yuga has more doshas than other yugas. At the same time, Kali Yuga is more beneficial than other yugas.
Yes, Mataji, understood. Thank you, Mataji.
So it's okay. Rakshadavi Mataji, last bit.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी बताइए प्रेजेंटली नैमिषारण्य कहाँ पे लोकेटेड है?
अयोध्या के बगल में.
अच्छा.
अयोध्या हम लोग don't ask me geographical things. I only know one thing that we went to Naimisharan. From
I think it's in Lucknow, I think, Mataji.
I have the Lord, don't ask me geographical things. I know that we went to Naimisharanya. We went to many places over there. From Vrindavan we came. Now where it is, now you all search where it is.
Okay.
Come in Yatra, then we'll take you.
Mataji, one more time we'll go, no, Mataji, for
Yes.
our sake. Yes, Mataji.
We'll go, but provided you learn the whole first chapter verses.
Hari Bol.
Go and chant there.
Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji. Sure.